Morales versus Miles Chapo Jones. I don't know where the Chapo coming from, but
you know who Vince Morales remind me of?
Carlos Condit, like on the feet.
No, I thought kinda. He really don't throw that many kicks though.
But I'm talking about the punches.
Nico Price, man. Like, you know how they throw punches from these weird angles? That's why, like, he loses a lot of these fights. Because it's not, like, traditional, like, 1-2. Like, he moves his head, and he moves around, and then he just throws punches from weird angles, and a lot of times they don't land. But when they do land, he knock people up.
Well, he got some crowd. Like, remember what he did to Lewis Smoker? Bro, Lewis looked so good in that fight, bro. And he just hit him with one punch.
Fight lasted 2 minutes, though. You know?
No, but it's Lewis Smoker. You know how much can happen in a Lewis Smoker fight in 2 minutes?
It's like 10 dog years. You know what's funny, man? It's so sad. Because I like Miles Johns. He just don't have the style to beat Vince. Because if you look at Vince, the people who beat him, they were kicking him. Because I was looking and I noticed, like, Vince don't really throw a lot of leg kicks. But the people who beat him was throwing leg kicks to him and mixing up with the striking and the knees. But Miles on fight, like Miles he got power too in his right hand.
He got a ton of power.
He kind of remind me, he's like a watered down version of Josh Emmett. You know how like
a little bit.
You know how they both keep their hand, they got like a high guard.
They do, yeah. A bald head.
Yeah. Like, but Miles kind of overthinks, man. But
and you can see him because what happened was he used to wrestle a lot. But he got a win over Adrian Yanez. His stock could be through the roof if he can win. That win is aging marvelously. Oh my goodness.
You know what was impressive though? When Vince fought against, Chris Gutierrez, Chris hurt him with leg kicks, and like I was waiting for the finish, and it kind of like the referee actually stopped the fight, and he never gave up.
Nah, that last time he went down,
but it wasn't like I don't want to continue. It was more of my body kind of.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, but he took a lot of damage. It was interesting because Chris got him against cage and he was throwing head kicks and body kicks, man. Vince, his defense awareness is so good. He was on one leg, but he was still blocking head kicks. Anybody else would have got knocked out with a head kick, bro. So he just, like, Miles ain't got the style,
but
man.
Vince is wild, and I think that Vince can make it gritty enough to where he can make Miles make a mistake. Because Miles is too defensive almost. And this sounds so weird to say that, but he keep his hands up and then it's like he just want to get the knockout so bad now that he completely abandoned his wrestling against John. It was like he was waiting on the man to walk into John Castaneda.
Oh yeah. They both named John then.
Oh yeah.
And then he overthinks because when he fought Mario Bautista, man.
That was nothing he could do.
And Mario is like the feints, the jabs. He bite on everything. If he breathed, if Mario would breathe, he was gonna bite on it. But he, like I said, like now Miles know he can knock something out, man. So now, like he does his thing when he fought Mario Bautista, he'd be going back and not have nowhere to go when he's still trying to throw the right hand.
But you know,
bro, your back is against the cage.
But no, you know what's crazy is I was listening to Miles' corner. They kept saying throw with speed, not with power. They was basically saying stop loading up on punches because you can see the punches coming. Now don't get me wrong, if it lands, that's game over. But they know that you're throwing the right hand. You ain't following up with no type of left hook. You're not throwing uppercuts. And look, his striking is good. It's beautiful.
He can be kind of wild with the right hand.
Yeah, but it's good, clean, crisp striking overall. And sometimes when he miss real big though, and it leave him open. And that concerns me because I think that
he might miss so bad. He might end up next to Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier on the announcing table. Okay, you should do it like dang, bro. You announcing for yourself.
But I think Vince might be able to catch him. But the way for Miles to win, he got to start back wrestling. He used to use his wrestling more.
It hasn't been working though against some he's got the last couple
because you're supposed to mix it up. You ain't supposed to load up on punches and then when that don't work, you start wrestling. No, you're supposed to mix in the wrestling. You're supposed to throw feints. Miles don't really throw feints like that, like he's supposed to. Not. Whenever he comes forward, you know whatever he's doing, he gonna be trying to end it with a overhand right.
And the only time he faint is when he get trapped against a cage and he falls and take a nap. That's the only time he faint. Hey, why does he, like, it's almost like he a sitting duck. When he gets hurt, he bags up against the cage and he doesn't circle. If he can, if he can block but circle around and recover and get back to the octagon, he bags straight up against the cage and it's countdown.
But some people naturally do that where they just feel, it seems like his nerves.
Well, it could be because they got that power too. You think
no. That too, but it's nerves. And it's like they bag close and close against the cage where they feel comfortable. We see fighters do that all the time. And it's not the best place to be, especially if you the wrestler, bro. They supposed to be up against the cage, like not you.
If the cage weren't there, he'd be at the concession stand.
Might be in the parking lot. But I'll tell you one thing, if he land, Vince gonna be in the parking lot
Vince
too.
don't really get caught with stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Then another thing is Miles.
Hold on. Dude, Vince lost to the same 3 people in a row. God, dog. Benito Lopez, Chris Gutierrez, Jonathan Martinez. Bro, you lose to the same people. They got the same style, bro. This is crazy.
He beat A-Man. Come on now, man. You can't make this.
Dude, he got beat by 3 people with dang near the same style. And last night I seen a picture of Jonathan Martinez with Chris Gutierrez after the Frank Edgar fight. And they were saying that they trained together. But this actually is kind of funny because Miles don't fight nothing like them.
And then he's so tough, man. If Song Yadong can't knock him out.
Yeah.
Miles.
I know Vince got a bunch of losses, man. But I'm gonna have to pick Vince.
Oh, absolutely.
But man, Miles got them quitters though. If he make any type of defensive laps,
hey, Miles gonna be trying to throw right hand while he laying down on his back. He like to throw right hand from weird angles, man. He can be.
Hey, but sometimes Vince can get tired too, man. But Miles get tired as well, so it ain't like. Miles' problem is decision making IQ. Like he don't really have a fight identity. Like he was mixing things up good, and he got to the UFC, and he couldn't rely on the wrestling like that. So he just tried to become a knockout artist because he did get some knockouts. But I hate to say this, but Kevin Natividad, don't turn into a knockout artist because you beat him up, because Kevin got knocked out a few times, and we're gonna talk about that.
I think this fight goes 3 rounds because I don't think Miles can land on Vince. But then again, we can't act like Miles got heart too.
Bro, look at how many losses this dude got by submission and knockout. So you can't turn into a knockout artist now just because you beat 2 people who are susceptible to being knocked out. And now you're losing your identity of, like, you're good at a lot of different things. Don't just focus on one thing.
You hear what I said?
What you say?
I said I think this fight going 3 rounds because I don't think Miles can land on Vince. If I'm gonna just be honest, I don't think he's gonna land that right hand. But also, we can't act like Miles Johns. He can be durable.
Oh yeah,
and he can have a heart, man. So I won't be surprised if Vince hurt him, but some kind of way, if Miles goes straight back up against Cage, he might get finished.
But Miles keep them hands higher than Empire
They
State
do,
Building.
but they do. But if you can mix up knees, it ain't the hands that be hurting Miles. It's the knees, the leg kicks.
And it's like he's so worried about getting knocked out that he leaves himself open for the other stuff. And look at how Mario.
Hey, people mix it up so bad on Miles Johns, his brain might shut down. That's too much. That's too much.
Man, Miles got.
brain.
It's time for him to evolve as a fighter, man, and mix it up. Like you always say, he gonna have to mix it up. But what's your ultimate pick?
I'm gonna go with Vince by decision.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.